Hi, welcome to Carrie's Crack. This is an unusual happening here for me, out on my own having a little wander in the countryside. So I haven't done one of these at all actually, apart from that one on the beach. And I've forgotten my microphone, and I've got a muffle thing so you don't get wind and everything, and I've forgotten to put it all on, so hopefully the sound is okay. So yes, I've made some time for me today. Girls are at Granny's on a Tuesday, and I normally go all in on a Tuesday, get as much work done as I can. Must do. And I've just started feeling really exhausted lately. And I just thought, I need to practice what I preach, tune in, listen to what my body needs, and it needs to start having a little bit more fun and enjoyment and peace and quiet. And what have we got here? We're out in the country. I did say lovely tractor come in. Yeah, so peace and quiet, that's where I got up to. Peace and quiet, taking some time out, because I'm just anytime I'm on my devices for the business stuff now, and it's getting a little bit too much. And so I decided that on a Tuesday, rather than go, I'm going to give myself an hour after my lunch and come and take a walk. So I have given myself that without the tech, and then I just thought I would do Carrie's Crack. So there's a tip: listen to your body and do what you know you need and your body wants you to do. So I'm doing this on Tuesday before Carrie's Crack. Actually, it'll go out on Friday, and it's the day before, 2 days before the Summer Solstice, which is on Thursday. And it just got me thinking, Summer Solstice, longest day, and then downhill from there. All to short days, and we're heading towards the dreaded winter. It is for me. I'm a sun person. I'm a typical Leo, and I thrive in the sun. And I live in the north of England, so get that, go figure. I used to work on cruise ships, those were the days. So yeah, longest day, and it also means we're halfway through the year. It just got me thinking, gosh, halfway through the year, wow. And I just wondered, do you take stock throughout your year? And it's probably a yes if you journal and things like that, or maybe you're quite good with your business and you'll do it with your business. Maybe think of quarterly goals and things. But do you do it for your personal life? Do you set goals, dreams, desires, ambitions for your personal life, and do you evaluate them? Because if not, how do you know you're getting anywhere? How do you know you're growing? How do you know you're developing? How do you know you're becoming a better version of you if you don't? You know, things like reviewing goals, but also your beliefs and your values of life, they change as well as you change. So I think what I'm saying is, June, halfway through the year, is a good time to reflect on where you've been, where you're at, and where you want to go. And it's not just about throwing it all away and saying none of it's good. It's about reflecting on what you're doing is good as well, and what you want to keep going forward. So I look back at it and think, I don't feel like I've done that much, but I've really got my YouTube channel going. Getting quite a few videos on there now. I've got the social media going. I'm on with some projects that I can shout out to you guys soon. Really excited about. And all this while I'm homesteading 2 young girls, 3 and 7. Hubby's away Monday to Friday. You might have seen him, DIY dad. Go check him out if you are a homesteader or have kids and want to teach them the basics of life that we don't get taught in schools, and or at any point, you know, kids leaving the nest, they don't know how to maintain a house, a car, all these kind of things. He's covering that, so go and check him out. So yeah, he's doing that while working full-time away Monday to Friday. So I'm at home the rest of the time with the girls, homesteading, setting up a big business, doing socials. So it has been full on, hence why I haven't had a lot of time for me. And these little walks are vital, actually. So I look back and I think, oh, I haven't really done much. But when you write it down, you see what you have actually done and achieved. And it's really, really important to self-praise. Even if we've not achieved goals. You know, if we're doing the thing, or even if we're not, if we're doing the thing and we've not achieved them, then still give yourself the praise. And if you haven't done them for a reason, because maybe you've not been well and you've given yourself some time out, then praise yourself for that, for listening to your body as well, you know. I'm not saying if you're lazy and you just haven't done it because you couldn't be bothered or it was too scary or whatever, you know, I'm not saying praise yourself in those situations. Those times are when you do need to give yourself a little bit of encouragement and come on, where are we going to be in 2 years time, 5 years time, 10 years time if we carry on with that attitude? So give yourself a little kick, a little bit of encouragement to move forward. But in the other cases, it is a case of you know, self-praise, really, really big. We don't do it enough. In fact, I'll be bringing out a freebie audio, and in it I say about self-praise, and I actually give the praise in the audio, and I'm like, well done for pressing play, really well done for getting here. And I listen to it back and I go, wow, how cheesy does that sound? And then I think, hang on, it's cheesy because we don't hear those words. It's cheesy because we don't hear them from other people praising each other, and we don't hear it from ourselves praising ourselves. That's why it's cheesy. And so what if it is anyway, you know? Like, maybe we need a bit more cheese in our life. Maybe we just need the soft nurturing instead of the go, must do. The soft nurturing feminine qualities of life, of being with each other, of being with self. So praising self and doing a good job and acknowledging that is really important, and to journal that as well, so you have got it as a reflective piece to look back on. So yeah, we've started a lot of things. We're in the middle, well, just coming to the end actually, of a business course to help with all this, to help get it online, because me and hubby are just not techie people whatsoever, so we needed that help. So we're coming to the end of that, and then hopefully we can get things out more accessible to you guys to help you with these kind of things. So me for mindfulness and helping with everything in life, from relationships, just done a video on that to go up, scheduled for the first Sunday in July. So check out that. Relationships, grief, loss, parenting, well, the busyness of parenting. Parenting is where I'm not so good, but I'm working on, because it came very late to me. I was never being a parent, never getting married. And then I realised that belief wasn't mine, because the mindfulness helped me realise that. And then, time was ticking then. I was 35, so I had to crack on and do it if I was doing it. And then before we knew it, we said we'd try, and we were pregnant and didn't have any time to get our heads around it, being parents, let alone, I'd lost my mum out of the blue on my birthday 5 months prior to getting pregnant. So my head was still in that. And I think if I look back, if I could give any advice to a first-time mum or dad, parents, I would say, yes, plan the birth as best you can. Without sounding bitter here, I would say if you end up going in hospital, there's a good chance that it might not end up the way you want it. I'll just say that. I'll just leave it there. So I wouldn't focus too much on the birth. I've had both hospitalised births, so of course I've got a bit of a bias with my experiences. And the second time I was really, headstrong that I wanted to have a natural birth, because I didn't have one the first time. And I tried all sorts. I did the hypnobirthing, I did everything, but at the end of the day, you go in a hospital and somehow it's taken out of your hands in a way. Anyway, that's something else. But what I'm basically trying to say is, if you are a first-time parent, focus on your parenting now. When you're trying and during the time you're pregnant, focus on the parenting. Because the birth, even if you have a long labour, 3 days tops, so you're parenting 18 years plus. So go figure, what would you put your attention on? And I would really say, if you're a new first-time parent, really, really, really focus on your parenting styles, how you were both parented. Do you want to replicate that or be completely opposite to that? And then go about, how do you do it? Because if you're going the complete opposite, which a lot of people do, especially nowadays when we're waking up, if you're going the complete opposite, believe me, that's hard to do. That is so hard to do. Because all we know is the way we were brought up, and all we know is we want to do it differently to that. But we don't know how to do that. So get the courses, get the books, get the free information, it's basically being more mindful and conscious parenting, really. And that's what I struggle with. So I'm no expert in that field, but I am using the mindfulness to help me. And when we have our meetings for want of a better word, with my husband on a sort of monthly basis, we'll talk about all aspects. This is what my video was today that I've just done. We'll talk about all aspects of our lives, and personal, work, parenting is one of them. So if you're on the same page from the start, it makes it so much easier down the line when you're sleep deprived and all the other things, and they grow up and they've got attitudes and you don't know how to deal with it, but you don't want to do the thing that was done to you. So whatever that was. So yeah, just a bit of a ramble there on parenting, but yeah, I will advocate new parents focus on the parenting, not necessarily just your birth. So how did we get on that topic? Yeah, I would just like to say, review your half year. I can't believe we're in June. I mean, there's a little bit of sun here today, just now, but it's still sort of raining. But we haven't had no sun, any sun really, in England, this north anyway. Considering we're in the middle of June, we've maybe had 5 days in total over May and June. That's about it. So focus on what you want to come. Focus on what you're doing well already and want to keep. Focus on what you want to lose, what's not working well for you, and drop it. And another thing is to think about the seasons, you know. We used to live very cyclical lives. We used to live by the moon. We used to live by the seasons. We used to live by the time of day. And we wouldn't do much in winter because we didn't have the light. And now, if you think about it, with this tech age that we're in, we can work 24/7 if we wanted. And most of the time we're expected to do that, pretty much, or it feels like that. And, you know, a man's body is different to a woman's body in that the man works on a 24-hour clock, we work on a monthly clock, a monthly cycle. So, you know, do we adjust our lives to when we are performing best? You know, if we're going against the grain when we know it's not the right time for us, then we're not being productive for anyone else, and we're not helping ourselves because we're exhausted and we're pushing when we shouldn't be pushing, we should be resting. So this next 6 months, going into winter, you know, for the first 3, we've still got a fair amount of daylight. It's going to start getting dark, but we've got a fair amount of daylight. We can still be quite active. We can still take walks till 9, 10 o'clock if we wanted. But in the winter, it is time to hibernate and retreat, rest, recuperate, reflect, and come back out going into spring with the energy again that we need to get going, you know, for the next peak season. And as a woman, you know, do you work with your cycle? If you're a business owner, you can pretty much do that. You know, time of the month, can you back down a bit? Can you do admin stuff? Unless you get real brain fog, then you'll maybe do that stuff when you're at your best. But you know what I'm trying to say. So have a think. If you've thought about this and gone, wow, June already halfway through, and gone, wow, then are we paying attention to what we're doing? Are we being mindful? If not, we can change that, and we can do the next 6 months more mindfully and aim to grow and develop and progress and live our lives more consciously the way we want to live them. Even if it's just little small goals to get us there. And if we have to, you know, that's why it's good to keep reflecting, because if we're noticing we're going down the wrong path, we can easily course correct. As opposed to if we don't keep checking in, we'll be right down the wrong path. We've got to come all the way back to change tack. So, yeah. I think that's about all for now. I'm heading up this hill, so I'm going to be deep breathing a bit. So I best leave it there. It's been nice to take you on my walk. See you later. Bye for now. Much love.